Today, I'm going to be talking about the secret Santa sleigh trophy, as well as how you can get it and a specific method that I figured out today that I'm 99% sure makes Santa spawn every single time. Hey glossettes, welcome back. How are you guys doing today? In today's video, I'm going to be explaining everything you need to know about the secret Santa sleigh trophy as well as how to get it, because this must be one of the most hard to get trophies in the game and people ask me about this all the time. Plus, it's only in the game for a few days of the year, which is right now until the end of Christmas, so you gotta get it whilst you can, otherwise you'll have to wait an entire year again. But what is this Santa sleigh trophy, you may be wondering? Well, this here is the trophy. It's super cute. It's like a little Santa sleigh. Obviously, I actually have a couple of these now, as this trophy's been available every Christmas for the past few years. However, this year is the first time that bloxburg have kind of publicly spoken about it, I guess, as they did say this in a Twitter post which reads, "Hey bloxburgers, double ticket week starts now. From the 21st until the 29th of December, you'll earn double tickets for doing activities. Also, if you see a flying Santa, it might be worth chasing him down, as I heard he drops presents," which is obviously talking about the trophy. Now, the way you actually get this trophy sounds pretty simple when you think about it. Santa will fly over the map and drop a sack of presents, and if you find this present sack and click on it, you get the trophy. However, it is a bit more complicated, as Santa won't drop it constantly, and it'll drop on random nights inside of bloxburg, so it is pretty tricky to kind of get. And players over the years have come up with all sorts of random theories and conspiracies over what time and what night it drops, so I'm going to try and explain it as best as possible, plus the best way to up your chances of finding it, and a specific method that you can use that I was testing earlier today to get Santa to move every single time, because I think I've figured out a way to 100% get him to move and drop the present sack, but we will talk about that a bit later. Now, first of all, what happens is, of course, Santa flies over the map and drops his present sack, and this will only happen at nighttime. And on top of this, it does not spawn on like specific days in the game, like a Wednesday, for example. For some reason, people say it drops on a Wednesday. It doesn't drop on any specific day. It's just at random. It's always at a random day in bloxburg and a random time in bloxburg. Also, when I talk about the date and times in this video, of course, I am referring to the time in game, so none of this is based on real life, but pretty much every single time it's nighttime in bloxburg, there's a chance that between 11 PM and 5 AM in-game time, Santa will fly over the map and drop his sack of presents. A lot of people think it's between midnight and 5 AM, but it actually happened at like 11:46 or something when I was testing it earlier today, but it actually can happen before midnight, so I would say it's in between 11 and 5. And like I said, it doesn't happen every night. It's a pretty rare event. However, the best way for you to tell if it's gonna happen is to sit and wait next to Santa at town hall. And this is because once it does happen, Santa and his sleigh will actually disappear from his kind of photo area to fly over the map. And once he's disappeared, of course, then you know that the sack is about to drop somewhere, so then you can quickly drive all over and look for it. And of course, once you're looking for it, you want to kind of get around the map as quickly as possible. And for this, I do recommend having the fastest vehicle possible, which is why I use the motorbike, just so you can get to it before A, someone else does, or B, it despawns. When I was filming earlier to kind of actually show you guys me getting the trophy, I did find the sack, and then I zoomed in for a thumbnail photo, and I wasn't quick enough, and it despawned right in front of my face. It was so quick. So if you do see it, make sure you do grab it quickly in case this happens. You don't want to kind of leave it time to despawn. It's also easy to see once you get closer to it, as of course it glows yellow in the darkness, so it is somewhat easy to spot. But you can also actually physically see it drop from the sky from the sleigh, because Santa actually does fly over the game. You can see him in his sleigh. You can see it in this clip here. I have been trying to get a video of him kind of up close and free cam, but I can't seem to catch him. But yeah, you can see him in the sky. It's just quite hard to spot him flying over, but you can physically see the kind of sack drop from the sky, which is actually really helpful to see where it'll land, and then you can really quickly kind of go over to it. You just want to kind of drive around the kind of big open spaces, like where all the trees are, and kind of look in the sky a bit. And once you've found a sack, of course, then you click on it and you will get the trophy, as you can see here. Also, you can get the trophy in both public servers and neighborhoods as well. But this leads me on to what I was talking about earlier, which is a specific method I figured out that you can use that I'm 99% sure gets Santa to like 100% go in the sky and drop the sack every time. When I was trying to get the trophy today to film this video, I waited for a few nights in public servers, but nothing happened. You can of course get it in public servers, but I just didn't get very lucky with it in there. So then I tried in my neighborhood 5 times, and every single time I joined my neighborhood, so obviously it meant kind of like my neighborhood refreshed itself as I left and rejoined. The first night I was back in the server, Santa moved every single time out of those 5 5 times. So maybe I was either just ridiculously lucky to get it 5 times in a row, or what I think is going on is when you leave and rejoin your neighborhood so the server kind of resets itself with nobody in it, Santa moves on the very first night of the new refreshed servers, so it seems like it's a really good method to get the trophy. You just need to kind of refresh your server. So if you have a neighborhood, I do suggest you try this. Go into your neighborhood when it's like a brand new server, no one's been in your neighborhood, and see if he moves on the first night and see if I'm right. I feel like I might be onto something here, but I do suggest doing it in a neighborhood anyways, just so you don't have the competition of other players trying to grab it too. The sack obviously disappears once you pick it up, so you can't have multiple people kind of get the same one. And of course, sometimes it does despawn before you can find it in the first place. 2 out of the 5 times he moved today when I was trying to get it, I didn't actually manage to find the sack, but the other 3 times I did, and that first time was when it despawned before I clicked it. The second time was when I actually got the trophy this year, and then the third time I actually got money out of it instead because I'd already got the trophy. I think you can only get 1 trophy each year. Okay, so a little update, I'm filming this bit whilst I'm editing this video, and I've just been sat kind of recording the clips for the background in a public server, like me playing the mini games, but then it got to nighttime and I was like, okay, you know what, we're gonna see if Santa will move in the public server, and he did. So he did move and he did obviously drop the present, however I couldn't find it again, and I have a feeling that because I took the present back twice when I got the trophy and then a second time when I got the money, that I can no longer kind of see it anymore because I've already taken it twice, I guess, because this is the 3rd time now out of 6 times that I haven't been able to find it. So I think maybe because I've already done it so many times, I can't see it anymore, and I'm guessing other people could, I don't know. But pretty much it moved in a public server whilst I was recording this, so I've now kind of had it happen 6 times, which I think is pretty cool. Also, just to clarify with the neighborhood thing, when I say leave and rejoin, every single time I left, I would leave it a few minutes just to give the server time to reset and stuff like that, and then I would join back later. So yeah, if you're looking for a good way to get the trophy, just try and leave and rejoin and then try it then. But that's pretty much it. That is all I can think of that we know about the trophy. The bottom line is just wait for Santa to disappear, and once he does, just go around the map and try and find the present sack, and then you will get the trophy. And like I said at the start, we don't actually know how long this is in game for. It's normally in game kind of over the few days of Christmas, so I do suggest getting it as soon as possible and before the 26th, just in case it leaves then, as we don't know how long it'll last for. But it's super fun to try and get, as well as an adorable trophy to add to your collection. I feel like we've been very spoiled with trophies this year, as there's 5 different Christmas ones available this year, but that is pretty much it. If I've missed anything, let me know and I will of course add it on the pinned comment, but that is all for today's video. As usual, all my channel members and Nitro boosters are on screen now. Thank you so much for joining the channel and boosting the Discord server. I love you all, and in general, I love you all so much, glossettes, and I will see you all later. Have an amazing Glossmas. XOXO, Glossy Girl.